Steve, it's always great to see you, even virtually.
Absolutely, Frank. This is not a first for me in the COVID environment, but it is a first with you. So,
It is. Steve, talking about COVID, tell us what effect it has had on business and maybe how you see this working out for the industry over the near and medium term.
okay. As we take a look at the COVID requirement, and with us being on the supply side, what we're projecting here on our side, and I think I'm in alignment with everything that's posted in the news media, but we're going to see very limited CapEx expenditure for the next 18 to 24 months. And so since we're downstream in the supply stream of things, it's had material impact on the business. And I think all businesses, supply side, not just the casinos alone. And so we're just trying to weather through that with our employees and making the appropriate adjustments, continue to do business and support the casinos that are have reopened and start opening a greater piece of their floor today.
One piece of good news, if you can call it that, that has come out of this pandemic is the acceleration towards cashless gaming. And I know Konami has been one of the early leaders in the movement toward contactless gaming. Can you tell us a little bit about your products and a little bit about the market response so far?
Yeah, absolutely, Frank. Is we take a look at today's environment. Let me just say that from a CapEx standpoint, the one area that we have not seen hit at all, but actually escalated, at least for Konami, is on the systems side of the business. And with that, a lot of that revolves around the cashless type of environment. Our first cashless environment we went into about 10 years ago, so we've had the infrastructure in place. And what we're seeing today, it's not to name any casinos, but the major cashless providers that do everything from the transferring of the money either through bank accounts, credit cards, etc. We now have integration efforts with all the major providers, and we have a relationship with that. We've also seen an escalation. We have a formal relationship with the MarketTrax group, which is a casino credit type application that's been proven in the marketplace. So we're even seeing some of these cashless applications that are fully integrated with our system. They also want to integrate this MarketTrax credit program that's for the slot machines, not the tables. So that operates where a patron establishes credit. They download their money onto the machine through the Konami infrastructure. If they happen to have a win or they're leaving a casino and there's money left in that account, that goes back and pays, let's call it a credit voucher, per se. So I think a lot of great opportunity, but there's a number of things the industry needs to do, and it's going to require the operator base, the supplier base, in working with the American Gaming Association, because there's so many different banking laws and requirements from an administrative standpoint that everybody needs to get through. But the benefit for Konami is we can do this seamlessly through our system right down to the slot machine. And we can tie it into our mobile apps, be it no matter, which, system they select on their side, because the infrastructure we have in place is extremely robust.
And how's the market responded so far? How are the operators greeting, or the casinos greeting this?
Every operator is responding differently, on their own. And for those that are actively engaged, they all have their preferred vendor. So we continue to position ourselves as Switzerland, with our customers. If they decide that they want an integration to company XYZ, we're going to do that integration and fully support that. And it's very easy for us based on the design of our system. And so today, we're using one common integration parameter or structure that we have, and then all we do is customize it for the various companies that provide their services. And the reason we do it that way is, a lot of times casinos will change their vendors. We want to make sure it's seamless to them. So if they go from company A to B or to C, we can do that. And you're not going to see a lot of that switch over today, but maybe a couple years down the road as current contracts or engagements are in place, start, coming to end of term, and they decide to go with another program. We can do that seamlessly. We just want to make sure that it minimizes disruption to the customer base in the casinos we support. But we've had successful implementations that are really under our control throughout the cruise lines. If you take a look at Norwegian Cruise Lines, we were in the process of implementing Carnival. It would have been the same seamless integration there, the Virgin Cruises, et cetera. And then some of the casinos that we operate that are 100% cashless. So, the infrastructure is there, it's proven, and so we're there to support the customers today. And if they want to hold meetings with their preferred provider with us, we'll do that. We'll do it through this forum, Zoom, but we'll also do it face-to-face if they so desire.
Every year we have a new buzzword. And the buzzwords this year are sports betting and digital because of the proliferation of both in the United States. Konami, I think historically has been a slot machine systems business, but your parent company, Konami Holdings, has a very big presence in digital entertainment. Is Konami Gaming going to enter any of those emerging types of gaming?
As we take a look, Konami Digital Entertainment provides consumer software, to Xbox, et cetera. And they have that ability through the typical banking facilities to charge for those games and that content, because they're under the right code structure, which allows those transactions to flow through. With Konami related, the digital entertainment component, there's two pieces that the gaming and systems business is involved in. It is the digital payment type processing, or the ability to move money, but through third parties. That's their lifeline. That's what they do day in and day out. The other component with Konami Digital that we do, it's we do take their content and we position that in the slot machines. On the other side of our business, we've always had a presence in the iGaming space, in the social gaming space, in the real money gaming space, and it's been very profitable for us, but we have always done that through third-party partners. And it's been very successful with us. On the social side, people are very aware of Play Studios. That's a key partner of ours in the social space. And we have My Konami Slots, through that relationship with Play Studios. On the real money gaming side, be it in New Jersey to commence with, we entered the marketplace with Spin Games, utilizing their server technology. Today, as we're going into Pennsylvania, we're starting to apply Konami Gaming's own game server technology in that marketplace. We're starting to take more direct control of that because we see that as an incremental growth market. Plus, because it's so close to the regulatory environment, we feel that we need to have much greater control, and a great opportunity for growth for us also.
Great. Konami has been a steady growth story for a long time.
Right.
If you were to take your crystal ball out and look down the road 3 or 4 years, what do you think how different will the industry be from today? And how different do you think Konami Gaming will be from today?
Okay. As we take a look at the industry that we're in, the casino industry, it evolves, very, very slowly, COVID-19 has provided an opportunity for this payment processing, or more the digital movement of money, throughout the casino. So it's more on the forefront. And I think we've got the operator base the supply base, the American Gaming Association, all in alignment. So that will be great for the industry. If we can provide the patrons a frictionless experience, it's going to provide for growth. And that's what's being provided for in the real money gaming space, the social space. It's really a frictionless experience. As we get to the casinos today, if the patron does not have money in their wallet to put into the slot machine, they have to go to the ATM or they have to go to the cage and either get cash or a ticket that can be inserted into the bill accept. There's a limited fashion. So the more we can get to that digital transferring of cash, there's growth opportunity, just like with ticket in, ticket out, or the implementation of the bill accept. There's a great opportunity. As I take a look at Konami in the future, we're always striving to hit the podium. And we're probably 1 or 2 games away because it's typically the game area of the business where that's at. So we're consistently, chasing those top games. We've changed our management team. We've added resources. And we're starting to see with the introduction of new product that we started to release just before COVID-19 on the implementation of that strategy to truly enter the premium participation space with what's called our Dimension 49J product line. That's just starting to go to finish up its beta and pilot implementation. We're going to a more broader, slow general release because the results in that product line's outstanding. But if I take a look at Konami down the road, we've typically focused on Class 3 in a direct sale model, in limited participation or operating type business. We will be going into that participation operating business. We started this about a year ago with the introduction of, or the build out of a new hardware set. We're ready. We're commencing the implementation of that. Unfortunately, it's going to be in a restricted type position. And then, so that was to grow further into the participation base because we really dominate or focused ourselves on Class 3 direct sale model. The next thing we'll be looking at, or we are looking at, and hopefully we'll see, something here over the next year related to Class 2, where Konami's entering that marketplace. And also, even though with the ruling in Kentucky and stuff on the historical horse racing, we're going there. Our forays into the video lottery terminal marketplace is just one RFP issuance away. We're ready. We've done the development. We're ready to go on that side. So I think as you take a look at Konami 3 years down the road, we will be participating in all the core gambling sets, Class 3, Class 2, historical horse racing, video lottery terminal. And as we take a look, we're only a few weeks away for our systems base to have greater, we'll have 100,000+ connections. That has grown materially this calendar year. And we see that continuing to grow.
Well, that's a pretty good answer. In other words, you're going to have the comprehensive, broad product array.
Yeah, great summary. I probably should have said that on the front end to set this up. So,
one final question, Steve, and we appreciate your time today. And you touched upon this in your last comments when you mentioned the Dimension. Are there 2 or 3 products you want to make sure that people learn about at Konami?
Frank, absolutely. The new premium participation products called the Dimension 49J. That 49J designates, that's for premium participation. And on top of that, we have our all aboard game theme that has been operating in Australia for 2 years. Out of the gate, it's doing exceptionally well. It's well over 2 times house average as we roll in all the sites. Not all the sites are, completely exposed at this point in time. So we will commence rolling more of those packages out shortly, but within that Dimension series, and this is where you need to stay on top with our marketing group, and I can make sure is we have our Dimension 27 dual and triple. that replaces the Concerto series upright. It can be dual or triple screen. We also have the Dimension 49 flat screen. So there's a whole group of new game sets that are coming out on all these product sets. So the Dimension 27 double and triple, that's our new direct sale product line. The Portrait that we're coming out with, that will be both for direct sale and in the participating world. They're outstanding product lines. We're very excited about it. And with the 27 in the double and triple format, we've released it in the Classic series. And that's true to the form on the release of the Podium, where we've got the original China Shores, okay, the games that made the Podium successful. So they're in that box in a multi-game format. And out of the chute of the few test sites we're at, it's doing very well. We're very pleased with its performance. And then we have unique game content following shortly.
Well, Steve, that sounds very interesting, and we'll be glad to display some of those on the product demos that we're going to be releasing at the latter part of this month.
Absolutely.
As always, you're very informative and very much appreciate your time.